Yes, interesting. Feels great to be back. Paris is the destination as we speak. Plenty of events, but for some of us, it is all about women's football. On Thursday, we saw the Super Falcons, their very first game of the tournament. They fell by 1-0 against World Power Brazil. So it's understandable. And by 6 p.m., on Sunday, they would be up against another difficult side, the Spanish women's national side, the world champions to be precise. So the Falcons have their works cut out if they are to navigate through the group stage of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. My name is Matthew Okugbe saying welcome once more. The show is Football Bankers, made possible by 1xBet. Remember, what we do on this platform is to help you shape your narrative and give you in-depth analysis so you can stake appropriately. We'll be doing that we'll be looking at these and several other stories on today's package. The regulars are in the studio, the octopus himself, Farouk Adetola, as well as Boss Bolu is also ready to give you plenty of fireworks.
You can be an expert in all matches. You're an expert in statistics or people's opinions. 1xBet will help you show your expertise. Express yourself. You're the expert. You can be an expert in all matches. You're an expert in statistics or people's opinions. 1xBet will help you show your expertise. Express yourself. You're the expert.
Yes, you're welcome back. The show is Football Bankers, made possible by 1xBet. Before we get to meet the guys in the studio, let's let you in that 1xBet is the best bookmaker in Nigeria as we speak. Every day, millions of players worldwide log onto the platform to place bets on football, basketball, and several other sports. So if you haven't registered yet, 1xBet has prepared a unique offer for you with over 300% increase in just your first deposit. This kind of opportunity doesn't come on a daily. So with 1xBet, you would win if you don't quit. Let's get to meet the guys in the studio.
Yeah, it feels good to be back again, and we are talking about the guys that who prepare us and launch us into the banter season. One thing is certain, we'll only have one league winner across board, and others will definitely get bantered. No, especially in England, where they have many fan base for different clubs. At least one club must receive next season if you don't make the Champions League.
And we hope that club won't be Farouk's club, Manchester United. Farouk, how far?
Well, I'm good. Let me just take it where he left off. I think that if you look at United's season for the last 2 years, geometrically, United know exactly what they are doing. 2 years ago was the Carling Cup. Last season was FA Cup. I don't have to give you the maths. Next season, it has to be something. And next year as well, too. It is going to be another progression. So don't worry.
Wow.
United, no problem. I'm very sure that United will be the champions of the Premier League next season. Stick the date down and tell me that the Octopus have said that.
Interesting. I'm happy Bolu is here to address this. He would address it for us. Even if
I'm not in Nigeria, I'll come back for the edition.
Absolutely.
I'll come back for that edition and remind him that, you said this.
Interesting.
So now, the maths now. Look at the maths.
Interesting. We'll get to that. Guy, just calm down. We'll get to that. We did here. So let's start with Manchester City. Is there anything to truly expect from City this season, Bolu?
The only thing you expect is for them to make you 5 on the bouncer. Now, it feels like in the last few years, Pep has stopped signing loads of players. 1-2 at every summer, 1-2, and it changes every. Now there's a possibility of Kevin De Bruyne leaving, going to Saudi Arabia. He's brought in Savinho, who many have said he will likely not be a starter. But if Kevin De Bruyne leaves, it means Foden will likely come and play behind the striker, Erling Haaland. It means Savinho can play on the right, and the other guys are battling on the left, talking about Doku and Jack Grealish. It just feels like every individual average or okay player, when they come into the City, they come together and synergize to become a great team. So City, the only expectation from them as well is to win the Premier League. Any other thing aside that is seen as failure by many based on what they've done in recent years. Winning 4 league titles on the road, winning 6 in the last 7. Well, they've been farming the Premier League.
Farouk, let's talk about Arsenal Football Club. They say nearly won't kill a bird. No matter how close you are, if you're unable to make it 100%, it doesn't count at the end of the day. The last 2 seasons, they came very, very close. What are the expectations? What must Arsenal do to surpass City and win the EPL?
It's very simple. They just have to be very, very perfect. As in, not just perfect, very, very perfect. Because look at their last season. Arsenal only failed to win a match last season. As in, they lost just once in the second half of the season. And them drew one. And the only game they lost was against Aston Villa. And yet, they were still second behind City. It shows that no matter how good you are, you have to be extra to beat City. Yes, the team is already together. They cannot afford to fall short of their standard, but they just have to go up the ante. I think that it's not about striking problem. It's not about defensive problem. They just have to get better than City. Outsmart City in the games, you're playing. The mindset, also the mental fortitude also come with it. You also have to outsmart them because City is a team that will tell you, I want to do this. Especially Pep Guardiola. When he says, I want to go on a run, it goes on that run. And once you make that slip up, then capitalize on that. He has done that to United, he has done that to City, he has done that to Liverpool. Now Arsenal have been suffering from that for the last 2 years. For Pep, no problem for them, but for Arteta, get 1 or 2 players in as well and make sure your team is perfect from the word go. From day 1 to the 38, that I'm sure they can't win the league, but the competition is more open right about now. So they need to do things different completely and ensure that they finish ahead of every other person.
Now, Bolu, let's talk about Chelsea Football Club. The expectations for an average Chelsea fan will just be, let's get back to making the Champions League spots first, not even winning the EPL title. A new gaffer, a new dispensation. Is there anything to truly expect?
Well, the only thing every Chelsea fan will think of right now is, can we make the Champions League, like Riley said? And now, before the season starts, they're already having problems in between, thanks to Enzo Fernandez silly posts on social media. Since then, the French black players in the squad, they unfollowed him, banter here and there. Another black player in the squad talking about Nicolas Jackson, they say, oh, I support it. It means the club feels divided. I know I've seen many posts from the coach. I've seen many quotes amongst the players. Oh, even Rizdiel, oh yeah, we've settled it. He made a mistake. He's apologized. But apology is one thing. But has it been cleared up the mind of the players? That's another thing. And because Enzo is a key member of that squad, they have to find a way to sort it. Incidentally, the coach is also Enzo. So he has to find a way to balance them together. Chelsea felt like they woke up towards the end of last season. Now a change of coach means they are literally starting afresh. How well will they do? I don't care about preseason. Anybody, you can, Nigeria Super Eagles are an example. They win every friendly league to World Cup. Then boom, tournament comes, they don't win a single match. So they have to find a way to start thinking of next season. They have to start thinking about themselves, kill any internal battles with them. But I don't think Chelsea will win the Premier League. Do they have the talent to make top for? Yes. Do they have the quality to make it to the Champions League? Yes. But they need a team first.
Yes, plenty of weight at the other side. We'll be looking at Chelsea, we'll be looking at Liverpool as well as Manchester United. Not to forget, Tottenham is also in the mix. They are set, their readiness for next season.
You can be an expert in all matches. You're an expert in statistics or people's opinions. 1xBet will help you show your expertise. Express yourself. You're the expert. You can be an expert in all matches. You're an expert in statistics or people's opinions. 1xBet will help you show your expertise. Express yourself. You're the expert.
Yes, we are still talking plenty of football. The focus at this time is clubs getting set for the new league season. We're looking at the readiness. At this time, what to expect from Liverpool Football Club. Let me stay with you, Farouk. Liverpool, a new manager, a couple of key players. Yes, still in the mix. Salah still very much around. But can they win the league?
It's a very dicey question because of how they finished last season and where they have started at this point in time. And no particular player has joined them. They still have doubts over whether the Uruguayan striker will still be with them. Salah, we don't know exactly if it's Salah of 2 or 3 years back. Last year, he struggled big time, but the numbers were still there. Even Van Dijk is still has not decided what he's going to say. And with new coach coming in, talking about Slot, that's going to give them another problem as well. But Liverpool are an institution as far as football is concerned in England. They will always want to show up, but I don't think that they will win the league. It's a new start for them. It's not like Man United that have got a coach for 2 years or Arsenal that have been there for like 4 or 5 years. Pep is going to be Pep any time. He has the longest running contract as the manager in England, if I'm correct. So I feel that it's going to be very, very dicey for them. Even the identity of their club, the players, I don't even know them at this point in time. Even if you talk to Liverpool fan, they will tell you, guy, we are not even certain we are ready to start the new season. I just feel that being that name they are finishing top 4 last season, they would build on that. But I just want to see the players that are coming in before I can say yes, they are ready. But if they continue this in this state, I don't think they will challenge for the Premier League. I don't think so.
Bolu, now let's help Farouk to talk Manchester United dispassionately. Are you expecting anything?
From my heart or from my head?
From your head and from your heart.
Well, the truth is, I hope United don't end up being what Chelsea are suffering, bringing in everybody without letting go of players. They still want, I think before now, they have about 4 centre backs. They've got Lenin, Yolo, how do I keep calling Yolo? You only live once. Now they've got Euro to them. They want to bring Delete, who I think is probably the same thing with Maguire. Delete's best years was at Ajax. It's messed up after that. Now they are battling with Ugarte. They want to keep signing, but no matter how many players you sign, you need to find a way to leave more players. They extended the contract of Johnny Evans as well. But thankfully, based on what Farouk said, they still have a manager that's been with them for 2 years. That can also be a bit of good news for them. And Luke Shaw is back. I feel Luke Shaw is one of the best fullbacks we have in the world. A United team that play as a team have what it takes. I don't think they can win. I don't always think anybody can win the league in a league that has Pep Guardiola. You can surprise me to win it, but I think they'll still pose a bigger threat. I think they will do well based on what we saw them do towards the end of last season. They fought their battle well. They chose the right fight, and that's what got them the FA Cup, which takes them above Chelsea to the Europa League. But for winning the league title, I still don't think they are ready yet, especially when you have players like Anthony and the likes who end up becoming the left back.
Interesting. I'm truly enjoying myself as well in the studio, but we are going on a quick breather, and when we return, we'll be looking at the teams in the La Liga, especially the top guns, as we build up to next season.
You can be an expert in all matches. You're an expert in statistics or people's opinions. 1xBet will help you show your expertise. Express yourself. You're the expert. You can be an expert in all matches. You're an expert in statistics or people's opinions. 1xBet will help you show your expertise. Express yourself. You're the expert.
Yes, you're welcome back. The show is still Football Bankers. The focus is the readiness of the teams ahead of the new season. We're in Spain now, and we'll be looking at Real Madrid, Barcelona, as well as Atletico Madrid. But before we go ahead, let's let you in that 1xBet is the best bookmaker in Nigeria as we speak. And every day, millions of players logged onto the platform to place bets on football, basketball, and several other sports. So if you haven't registered yet, 1xBet has prepared a unique offer for you with over 300% with over 300% increase in just your first deposit. So this kind of chance doesn't come on daily. So if you want to play, 1xBet is the place to be. And with 1xBet, you would win if you don't quit. The question at this time in the La Liga: who will stop Real Madrid for Barcelona and Atletico Madrid with the inclusion of a Kylian Mbappe? Plenty of expectation for Real Madrid. I can put my money that they should be able to retain the league and possibly win the Champions League. I don't know if Farouk agrees with me.
Absolutely. They have put that pressure on themselves right about now. Last season, nobody was expected to do anything differently. But now, you are the champions of Europe, champions of La Liga, hopefully champions of the world very, very soon. But now the new format might make us have a very, very difficult champions to pick. But in the end, you have Mbappe, arguably the best player in the world. Might not be the one with Ballon d'Or, might not have won it, but if you want to talk about the best individual player right about now, it has to be Kylian Mbappe for every qualities. And you want them to win the league, and you want them to win the Champions League. If they don't win those two, it's going to be absolutely failed season. But do they have the personnel to do that? Obviously, yes. They're the best team in La Liga, arguably one of the best in the world. They know the know-how to do all those stuffs. And I feel that Barcelona will have a lot of troubles in their mind. At the start of the battle, they're already ahead. Can they catch up with them is a question we should be asking. Madrid are favorites to win the league any day, anytime, right about now. Mbappe also wants to win something for himself. He goes there for the first season and does not win anything. It's a failed season already, and he might struggle from then on because it's about how you start at times. You start on the wrong foot and things go wrong for the rest of the year for you. Ask Hazard. He will tell you that he mainly started on the wrong foot. Then he was struggling all through the time there. But Mbappe has a mindset of his own. He's a player that decides things himself. I think he will not struggle, but we might not win the league. Yes, we don't win the Champions League, obviously, yes. But cannot afford to just fall short. And Barcelona on the other side, they don't look like a team that can match up with them. They have not even finished signing all their coaches. Talk more of them competing with Madrid. That's a big slap on them.
Bolu, let's talk Barcelona. Farouk just made mention that Barcelona don't come close at this time, but you never can say never with a club in the profile of a Barcelona. Who is their new gaffer and what should we expect?
Well, based on experience, Hans Flick here is been there behind the scene for a very long time, but as a man at the helm of the affairs, he's not there for so long. He was assistant for years with Germany. Part of that, he was assistant when Germany thrashed Brazil at the World Cup in 2014 and everything. But as the main man himself, he was just with Bayern Munich for, I think, 2 or 3 years. Then he moved on to coach the German national team where they had a poor run himself. So in terms of individual as a boss, the experience is not all that. But check what he did with Bayern Munich, winning the treble and all. You can say, oh, he knows what he's doing. He has worked with Lewandowski before. He's worked with Ilkay Gundogan with the national team before. Now he's back with the players he knew. But Xavi said something. The next manager with this club will suffer. And we're already seeing Hans Flick talking about, oh, he doesn't know the academy is this good at quality. It just shows nothing is likely going to come in from transfers. You have to work with the same players. And Sergio Roberto is leaving the club. Everything seems not to be what Barcelona. Matthew, if you go to Barcelona today, they will likely sell you. So it feels like they are selling anything, sell booze, sell grass. Some person are asking, how come these guys are probably not even getting into administration based on their financial stance and everything? Things are not really working out for them. The only good news for Barcelona is just the players they have right now. Can they find a way to turn it around? Yes, maybe, especially the hunt for Nico Williams, who had a good synergy with the Lamine Yamal at the Euros. But I don't think Barcelona would catch up with Real Madrid for the La Liga this season. In fact, it feels like Atletico may even usurp them in that second place. But Atletico's problem has already been consistent. So Barcelona may still finish second. But for the league title, I don't think they are getting it for this season.
Well, plenty to look forward to as far as the La Liga is concerned. We'll be talking the Serie A the other side. Will the Inter be able to retain the league, or will the likes of AC Milan and Juve rise up to the occasion?
Davido, you've been nominated in multiple award categories. How do you stay winning?
Simple. I keep my eyes on the game.
Yes, you're welcome back. The show is still Football Bankers, helping you shape your narrative as far as your stakes are concerned. The platform that helps you win big, courtesy 1xBet. Remember, we told you 1xBet has prepared a unique offer for you with over 300% increase in just your first deposit. So the place to be at this time is 1xBet.ng. Just log or you walk into any of the shop near you to register and start playing. Over 300% bonus in your first deposit. A unique offer, I must tell you. So the platform to be is 1xBet.ng. And remember, you can also get their app via Google Play Store. The guys are in the studio. We are now talking the Italian Serie A, looking at the teams and their chances ahead of the new season. Guys, Inter Milan, champions of the Serie A, can they do it again, Bolu?
Well, it's very possible. Looking at what others, I don't think Napoli are competing for the title, especially with, well, Lukaku may be the source, maybe it will be the chance for Lukaku to win the Serie A with them if they end up signing him. But Osimhen is almost certainly to leave. AC Milan, I don't know what to expect. You're just bringing in either retirees or free transfers. That's why they got Napoli, Juventus, got Morata for Juventus. We don't know what's up with them. We don't know what their problem is. So it feels like the only team that looks stable so far still looks like Inter Milan. They've signed about 3 players, 2 of them for free. Inter Milan can defend their title. Lautaro Martinez coming in at the back of a great season, brilliant summer competition with the national team, winning the Copa America, winning the Heisel scorer. So everything feels good for Inter Milan to defend their title. I don't think it will be out of place to feel they will defend the title again in the Serie A.
AC Milan?
Well, the most difficult league to talk about in the last 4 or 5 years is Serie A. A new champion, and next minute, that same champion is competing to finish top 10, just like Napoli. 2 years ago was the same thing. But like Bola has rightly said, Inter looks a very, very good team. For AC Milan, well, I can never expect anything from them. If you're signing Morata at this point in time, getting Samuel Chukwueze and the guy that left Chelsea as well.
Yeah.
So those guys will not win you jack. you only compete well with them. For AC Milan, like I've said, I don't know exactly what to expect from them, but the only thing I can only expect in this area is that for the last 4 or 3 years, you have had different champions, and most champions fall off completely. If that happens to Inter Milan, then AC Milan might be the next team to just capitalize on their fall. But I still feel that they are not ready yet. They need to sign players and not just hope that you get garbage from here. Players that are going out from here and there, and you want to compete for the league, and that will not even help you. That's why the standard of Serie A has dropped a bit. But I just feel that because of their tradition of being a big club in Italy, they always stand to be counted if the other giant slips off.
Farouk, as much as Napoli would want to plan and get better, for Juve, it will be time that they say, okay, it's time for us to win the league again, because I think it has eluded them for too long. Knowing fully well that at some time they won it for a decade. I meant 10 years straight.
Yeah. So that means that the past years they've already made up for the present time about now. And just like other teams in this area, they always flat out to the sea. If you look at what they started with last season, honestly, I felt their former coach talking about Allegri, who I so much like at the point in time, has gotten his mojo back. Yes, he was able to do that for half of the season. Then January came, everything just went south, and they even struggled to win the Coppa Italia, which they won. And then about 2 or 3 days later was fired. Now it is back to status quo. The new coach, what can he offer them? What can he do? Will he also help them? But the old ladies are like that for fondly call, especially when it comes to running the league. They will always find a way to qualify for the Champions League and win the league, but still the same thing. The financial capabilities of Serie A clubs are hindering them from competing with other teams in Europe. You know, you saw Inter Milan get to the finals 2 years ago. They were knocked out, I think, in the round of 16 last season. Same thing with AC Milan, same thing with Juventus. But can they compete in their own league as well? I cannot say that. The only thing I can vouch for right about now is Inter Milan. And that Inter Milan self, they're not sure. If they slip off, then other teams will capitalize. But for me, they just have to find a way to, be. That's why you can see four players can play for the same. I mean, a player can play for 4 clubs in 4 years in Serie A. That's how poor they are when it comes to financial strength. But that has affected them. But Juventus, like AC Milan, always be around the corner to capitalize if anybody sleeps.
From Italy, will be headed for the Bundesliga. Leverkusen last season, they were on fire. They won the league after several years. But will they be able to replicate him, or would we just say that was a fluke? We'll be talking about this on the other side. Stick around. Yes, plenty of weight at the other side. We'll be looking at Chelsea, we'll be looking at Liverpool as well as Manchester United. Not to forget, Tottenham is also in the mix. They are set, their readiness for next season.
You can be an expert in all matches. You're an expert in statistics or people's opinions. 1xBet will help you show your expertise. Express yourself. You're the expert. You can be an expert in all matches. You're an expert in statistics or people's opinions. 1xBet will help you show your expertise. Express yourself. You're the expert.
Yes, we'll talk Bundesliga now. Let's look at Bayern, a new gaffer, Vincent Kompany. For me, I know the guy go Lano. I can put my money anytime, any day that Vincent Kompany is not a manager for Bayern. But let's see how the experiment goes, Bolu.
Well, the first thing is, what is his plan? How does he want to play? Even Bayern as a whole, the Rummenigge, what do they want to do? Because for Kompany, a manager who relegated the team and he got the job as big as Bayern Munich, you have to think twice at what exactly is their plan. And I say it all the time, teams that go on a good run of winning titles, even Real Madrid at some point went 3 years trophy between 2004 and 2007. If this is the dry season for Bayern Munich, look at it, Juventus that you mentioned earlier, 10 straight titles, then dry season has started since then. If this is the dry season for Bayern Munich, there's nothing you tell me Harry Kane is cost. Because how come it is when Harry Kane decided to join them, the dry season started? They got Michael Olise to the fold. The question is, will Olise bench the likes of Leroy Sané, Serge Gnabry, Kingsley Coman, Jamal Musiala as well? So you need to sit down and map out what you want. They will likely sell delete to Man United based on what we have as of now. He needs his players. He needs to find a way around it. I think I may just have to agree with Matthew. I don't think he's winning the league this year. And for Bayer Leverkusen, because they're talking about Alonso staying, blah, 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 1 more year before going to Bayern and all that. It means they want to do well to defend their title and all. But Bayern are always Bayern. If you sleep, he would definitely know what it takes to play against a Bayern Munich. But I won't be shocked if Bayern Munich don't end up there winning another title next season.
Yes, so much to expect as far as club football is concerned. The respective clubs are getting set, and likely before the league gets underway in the month of August, other new players might just come in, and while others would be shown the exit door. Plenty of expectations for the likes of Manchester United, Chelsea Football Club, and the one I love the most is Arsenal Football Club, because they've shown that trajectory of a club that wants to get better. Farouk, we are signing out.
Well, it's new season. I can't wait to get going. This gives us pleasure and fun every time, especially during the weekend. Now our weekend is back in our own hands, in a couple of weeks now. And definitely the new season, I can't wait for it. For me, I've said it before, I've seen the rise of United. Geometric progression. I'm still saying it to Bolu. Anywhere you are in the world, I'll be the one to even call you and say, I told you so. So go and stake on United to win the league next season.
Interesting. That will be a very, very long stake, Bolu.
Well, I heard that Osimhen's first season Napoli, 10 league goals, second season, 14 league goals, third season, he won the league with over 20 goals. Then the fourth season, he went down. So United, don't listen to Farouk. They've risen and they're going back to where they're coming from. I can't wait for the new season to start, because one thing is certain, banter go flow.
Interesting. Plenty of banter awaits. And remember, the place to be is definitely our Football Bankers, where we bring you up to speed with in-depth analysis and the stats that would help you shape your narratives as far as your stakes are concerned. I remain Matthew Kugbe. We'll do it again next week. As I would always say, endeavor to put yourself first, keep praying for Nigeria, and do what makes you happy. Bye for now.